Please welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Benita Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload videos, you'll be the first person to be notified. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us, you guys are the real MVP. So guys, I crossed this video made for you, and I thought to share with you guys where there are a lot of tension, so many muggers regretting their votes, crying and having emotional breakdown, or will I even call it a meltdown. Guys, I'm just going to roll the clip as well as some of other stitches I was able to put together, because these guys are just so filled with rage, regret, and they actually want a second chance. I'm just going to roll it. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and let's dive into it.
Well, for the first time ever, I regret voting Republican. Lost my job today. Was cut out by Doge. I'd had that job for 20 years. I was part of the Piper study. It's and we were so close to solving this, and now it's, I guess we will never know. It's I mean, we were studying the best way to pickle peppers, and how many peppers can you get in a peck? We may never know. We just may never know now. It's I don't know what I'm gonna do.
For years we've been screaming this is not about Democrat versus a Republican. We've been saying read Project 2025. Read it. I know you heard it a million times on here, but you thought that you were going to be safe because you're a white male in America, and you weren't, were you? And then we're supposed to care that you regret your decision. Don't you think it's a little freaking late for that now? Don't you think that it's a little too late now? Because now, not only has he made you lose your job, but there's no Social Security to fall back on. There's going to be no unemployment to fall back on. There's going to be nothing. Yeah, it's going to get worse. It ain't even over yet. This is like the first month. Within the first month. And I'm sorry, but I don't feel sorry for you. Thoughts and prayers. I'm so tired of seeing these videos. Listen, it's too late now. Please stop coming on here telling us you're sorry, because, listen, we're all sorry that y'all are so sorry that you voted for a felon, rapist, criminal, which we've been screaming for years. We've said it a million times. Read Project 2025. Before you went to that voting booth, we were screaming, please read it. And y'all decided that you were going to be safe because you're white males or white women in America, and so there's no way it's going to affect you, and it's affecting you, ain't it? And now there's no Social Security, probably no unemployment, and guess what? I don't feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for the rest of the country that has to suffer because of your ignorance. Thoughts and prayers. The fuck?
I never thought this day would come. Well, I'm gonna regret what I did. I really regret voting for this guy. I'm working on this program for the Sound Power phones batteries. We're researching these batteries for these Sound Power phones, and they cut off our funding. It is really sad. You get to the office and they tell you, we're no longer going to fund your research for these batteries for these Sound Power phones. And, you know, what makes me sad is that these batteries were going to make such an impact on the lives of our deployed troops, especially the sailors out there. And these are for vital communications on board ships. So I truly regret now my vote. And I hope more people speak up just like I did.
As a veteran who is also a social worker, this is effing ridiculous. we need our mental health professionals, because sometimes a phone call is all a veteran's going to do. They may not walk into mental health. They may not even say they need it. But knowing this 989 number and going and making that call and not getting anybody is going to lead to more issues for our veterans and our service members than it has been. We lose 22 people every single day due to suicide. And removing this many employees is freaking ridiculous. Say no to Trump, impeach him, and let's get back to what we want as a country.
Trump's hiring freeze on the VA has now affected the Veterans Crisis Line, and this is probably the cruelest and will have the most devastating effects. The crisis line is for veterans and their families when they are at their most desperate time when it comes to mental health, when they are in a crisis and need help. They call the Veterans Crisis Line. Veterans and their families can call and text and chat, but now they can hire no new employees. So there is already a shortage of people to answer the phones, to be supervisors for the callers, to do trainings for the callers, and for people to monitor and make sure that the veterans are getting the quality care they deserve. This puts veterans and their families at risk of violence and losing their lives because they can't get access to adequate health care or mental health care when they're in a crisis. So please, if you know a veteran, reach out to them and to their family and let them know that they can call you in a crisis and that you can help them find some resources to get help if they need it. Because this is awful, and Trump is treating our veterans exactly like he told us he would.
What do you think the impact is to have your role and many others within the FDA gone?
I think it's going to make it a lot harder to keep the food supply safe. I think it's going to potentially hurt the economy if the foods that we're trying to assess, because we sample foods all over the market, if we're not able to do that effectively and foods are spoiling before we get the chance to look at them, I think that's going to hurt the consumers. I think there's also potential for a lot greater health implications, because if we're not able to test all of the foods for things, or for poisonous chemicals like PFAS, that people are going to be hurt.
And you've been in school for a decade. You just got your PhD. What did it mean for you to get this job, and what did it mean for you to lose it?
Getting this job was incredible. Like, it's such an honor to tell someone that you work for an agency like the Food and Drug Administration. I told all my friends and family that I was a lifer in the federal government, and I planned on building my career on making methods to keep food and dietary supplements safe. So to have that taken away from me so suddenly and also so falsely, when I didn't deserve to lose my job this way, there's been a lot of grief and a lot of anger, and a lack of understanding.
What's your message to Trump and Elon Musk, who say that these cuts are making the government more efficient?
If he had any idea what we did on a daily basis, there's no way he could say that losing these people would make us more efficient. If anything, the FDA has been understaffed for the last 10 years, and causing more people to not be able to do our jobs is not going to help efficiency at all.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Layoffs. Now, the data here suggests from the U.S. Department of Labor that in the District of Columbia for the week ending February 8th, the unemployment claims in D.C. rose by 36% filings. Virginia increased by 12%, while Maryland saw a 5% dip. One analyst tells Fox 5 he believes this will be an impact throughout the regions as these layoffs go on. One federal worker told us he's already been informed that his job is on the line.
Veterans for Trump. Come here for a minute. Did you hear? Did you hear? Donald Trump has just did mass firings from the VA. Not only has he done mass firings, they've also cut a lot of y'all benefits. Cut the support to y'all benefits. I'm sorry. So they've cut the support to your benefits, and they've cut your employees, the employees of the VA, to help you with those benefits. Did you hear me? Veterans for Trump, I'm asking you, did you know that Trump has just did a mass firing of VA employees, and also has cut funding to the benefits of the VA? The people that went out and put their lives on the line, people that came back with missing limbs, mental issues that they would have the rest of their lives, they have decided, they being Donald Trump and Elon Musk, have decided supporting your benefits, giving money to your benefits, and supplying employees to the VA is wasted spending. Yeah. VAs, you're a waste. Veterans, you're a waste. That's what they're telling you. You, Veterans for Trump, and I'm talking to Veterans for Trump, you went out and put your name on the dotted line for a man in an administration that's coming in and telling you, you guys are wasteful spending. Anything that helps you improve your lives, anything that helps you keep the quality of life that you deserve for going out, putting your life on the line, defending our freedoms, defending our rights, defending our country. Anything that comes to you to help you and aid you is called wasteful spending. Now, did you vote for that? Doesn't matter. Because you got it. Because you voted for him, period. I mean, Trump is batting 100. He is batting 100 of bumping y'all heads. Do y'all remember that old saying, find a fool, bump his head? Y'all should have mass migraines. Because y'all head got to be sore as hell the way he bumping y'all. Trump bumping y'all head more than a couple in the bedroom bumping the headboard. At least the headboard bumping gets some kind of pleasure. What kind of pleasure y'all getting out of being having y'all head bumped on? When you can't go to those doctor's appointments anymore, when you can't get those benefits that helps you live and helps you survive, what are you gonna do? Is there anything you can do? Maybe you can learn a lesson. Maybe you can learn how not to vote against your own best interest. Maybe you will learn to stop listening to that snake oil salesman that got y'all running around here believing everything he says, because it's costing y'all every single day. Not one group of people that have voted for Trump has not paid dearly. Not one group. Not one group of people. Oh, we are for Trump. Latinos for Trump. Vets for Trump. Yada yada for Trump. Everybody that went out there hollering MAGA, make America great again, y'all losing your jobs. You losing benefits. And Kentucky, y'all ass gonna be on the food lines. Y'all want the poorest states there is. And the majority, well, overwhelmingly, maybe, but I know it's over 85% of y'all ass in Kentucky on welfare and financial assistance. Did you hear about Alabama? Yeah, y'all hear about Alabama? Trump cut a grant that helps the utility companies in Alabama take a little pressure off of the residents by giving a little grant to pay on their utilities every month. Well, that grant is no longer, so they got a letter from the utility company saying their utilities will be going up from here on out, going up at least $100 a month. Thank you, Trump. Did y'all say thank you, Daddy? Did y'all say thank you, Daddy, Alabama? Alabama. Did y'all say thank you, Daddy? You just never learn. And the sad part about it is you never will. But hey, you know I got one question for you. And then I'm out. Is it great again yet? Asking for a friend. Y'all have the damn day you deserve.
I'm making this video a little longer because this is going to be a hard conversation for a lot of people, but I think it needs to be said. And I have been trying to say this for the last few years. I think it's very clear by now that veterans and military spouses are about to be laid off en masse. The veteran community is going to really struggle for a while, and it's going to be very scary, and we need to make sure that we are there for each other and we're doing everything we can, because a lot of these DEI layoffs include veterans and military spouses. Military spouses already have a really, really hard time getting jobs. It's been proven. There's been many studies done. You know, I was a part of a bunch of panels, and, you know, I did a lot when I was way more an advocate years ago before I was laid off from Meta. And I tried to do whatever I could to help people understand. But for a really long time, I think the message just got really muddled. So I want to talk about it now. Nobody wants to just sit at home and not feel fulfilled. So military spouses are able to get jobs. They're able to start their own businesses. There's lots of different things. There's lots of different things that people want to do. And we're not all women. So we need to make sure that, you know, we understand too that there are men out there that are military spouses as well. And there are dual military, and there's all sorts of stuff. But it is very hard when you move every 2 to 3 years to maintain a career. And especially after I got laid off from Meta, that was one of the final straws that led to my divorce. Give me 1 second. I know I haven't talked about it on here, but one thing that ended up happening after I was laid off from Meta was I realized I need a career. I need to be able to excel. You can't just depend on anyone. And it's really tough when you go from place to place and your stock isn't able to vest, and you basically are just not able to save for retirement, and you're having to use any emergency money to fill in the gaps between moves. It's really difficult. And especially when you feel obligated to pay his bill first, because if you have a spouse that has a security clearance, you have to make sure your credit is stays outstanding. So there's a lot of stuff, and it's really difficult when you have kids, and it's getting even harder with daycare. So I just wanted to come on here, I guess, and just remind people that these DEI initiatives that everyone is saying are awful, they include veterans and spouses too. And when a spouse can't work, sometimes that also impacts the mental health of the veteran. I don't want to even touch on that, but yeah, it's hard. I just wanted to, I guess, make a longer video just saying that I had multiple reasons why I didn't sign the Meta severance, but I think that the biggest thing people need to know is that, you know, when I worked at Meta, we were training AI tools to look at different markers or indicators on LinkedIn profiles for someone who could be diverse. So it dawned on me that if we can do that, they can kind of reverse engineer it to avoid any candidates. Like companies can do that to avoid hiring any candidates that are seen as diverse. And for me to know that all veterans and military spouses are just going to have so many more barriers to employment, like, we have to make sure that doesn't happen. So yeah, I don't want to make this too much longer, but I definitely would be open to speaking to people about this, because I think that it is going to be a really big deal, and a lot of people they may not be personally impacted, but someone they love could be impacted. So check on your veterans, people you know that are veterans and military spouses. And if you are an employer and you can do more to learn about hiring veterans and military spouses, like, you know, there are programs out there that can help you understand, like, different jobs different military members would be perfect for. And sometimes, you know, guys are getting out of the military, guys and girls, they're getting out of the military, and they need to find themselves, you know, like, they may not just be their MOS, like they may want different opportunities. So don't put them into like a box. You know, I've met some amazing smart people that are veterans, and yeah, they always continually just shock me with, especially how they deal with people. They're amazing people with people. Like, they've had to be, because they've had to deal, you know, like, you just think about it, and it's like you're thrown in with all these strangers, and then you just have to make it work. So I just hope people understand that it sucks to be laid off, and it really sucks to be laid off for a long period of time. You go through so many life changes, and it's hard, But I feel like I came out of this in a really positive way. So I don't want people to think that it's only negative. It is, life does get better, and you really have to focus on both your mental and your physical health. And sometimes you have to be a little selfish. And, that may look bad to some people, but who gives a shit about what they think? You need to focus on yourself sometimes. And we all need to make sure that we are doing what's best for us and what's best for our family. And check on your friends and family that are veterans and military spouses, and do whatever you can to help them stay employed and get employed, because this is going to be a rough couple of months.
I love this. Sometimes when I see all of this emotional breakdown, meltdown, people regretting their votes, people, oh my God, I could have listened to Black people, or people try to have this, level of regret. I keep asking myself, like, is it that you people do not know that this was going to happen? You guys confidently, with your full chest, decided to vote for someone like that, and you felt that your life would be the same. Like, sometimes when I see some of these MAGA supporters coming with the emotional breakdown, I was like, is it because it's affecting them personally, like one-on-one? That is why they have this, with their full chest, they decided to come make these videos. Like, seriously. So you people didn't see all of the handwritings on the wall. You people did not see all of those things on the wall. So someone that actually was the president before, right? And let me just talk in the aspect of the farmers, which were all over the social platform crying, and they want, a second chance. So you guys knew what this guy did in his first time. Now the second time, you confidently with your full chest voted him in again, and you feel that he was going to have mercy on you. Like, do you know how these narcissist people behaves? Like, they don't care about any other person. They don't even care about their own flesh and blood. They care more about themselves. I'm just so tired of, oh, we told you so. Oh, I told you so. Oh my God. And the thing is that this FA and FO actually came so fast. I know that, people were like, oh my God, we have actually voted for him. I never knew that this FO and FA thing will come very fast. People are having mass layoff. People are losing their job. The same people who put this man in, they are the ones losing their job. I wouldn't say that people that never voted for him is still not having the same, but at least they knew that this man is capable of anything. They knew that this man was going to do something. This is why from the onset they decided to make their own research. They decided to and voted. But to those people who knew this man, who knew his kind of person and his portfolio, background and all about, when I had to also vote for it, I'm just so shocked. I'm so shocked that you guys still have that, you're not even ashamed of yourself. You're coming out to regret and to cry, like, as if you don't know this was going to happen. This was going to happen. As if people that look like me didn't tell you guys this, before the due date. Like, so many times, a lot of both POC and every other person actually thought that people that look like me are not united. Oh my God, they don't love each other. They are not united. They are so jealous of each other, blah, blah, blah. And this election showed that people that look like me are one united kind of people. Forget that sometimes, Black people often try to correct you, or try to this is how siblings does. A sibling who loves you will actually want to correct you, and that correction might come with yelling at you, trying to correct you, raising voices. That does not really mean that they are not together. That does not mean that Black people does not love each other. Forget all the things. Every other person have their issues in their community. Because you don't bring it out on a social platform does not mean that your community is so perfect. No. At least this election should show you that Black people are united. Forget all of the things that you see on the social platform trying to paint Black people like, oh my God, they're not united, they don't like each other, or Black men and Black women are not compatible, or blah, blah, blah. All those things you see on the social platform are just fallacy. at least 92% of black women voted. 80% of black men voted. What does that tell you? It tells you that these people are one united kingdom, one united, community. Unlike other persons, unlike other people, which I don't even want to mention. You guys know yourself. Like, seriously. I have been seeing countless of FAFO, people having emotional breakdown, or people losing their job. So because it's affecting you right now, now you know that, oh, I have actually effed around. But when you had a time, the ability, the all of the time in your whole life, in the years, to make your own research, to actually, weigh your options, you were just, I don't know, maybe you allowed your own statements, or you allowed a supremacy. This is no longer the issue between races or races and all of that. This is a period of, a fight between the poor and the rich, because these people, or this administration, is only bent on favoring the super rich people. And you, as a middle class or even a poor person, you just have to know how to, fix yourself. I am just so, I don't know, if I would say this, maybe I'm sorry for all of you losing your job. You actually did this yourself. You, brought this into your table. And I'm so sorry for those people who also lost their job and who didn't contribute in all of the things going on. Those are the people that my heart goes out for. Like, seriously. These people are the ones who actually did the right thing, but they are still going to lose it all because of your own choices. Seriously, lovelies. Anyway, lovelies, when I saw this, I thought that I was just going to put it up here because people are losing it. People are losing their job. There might be high rate of crime because this life is all about survival of the fittest. People are losing their job. People don't even know how to think anymore because they actually say that a man who is very hungry is a very angry man. So you just have to lay low, watch your surroundings, know the kind of people you get yourself entangled with, and that's it. Anyway, lovelies, wanna just leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video, and please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. And if you've not subscribed to this channel or to this extent, do your girl a huge favor to click on the subscription button, and I will see you, lovelies, when I upload the next one.